Good morning, real estate agents. This is Dawn Connors from Mortgage One. And recently I had a client that had a real estate agent that referred me this client. This agent is awesome. She's been in the business for a very long time. And she went through inspection with her client and discovered there were some problems with the house. So she created an addendum, and I wanted to point out some of the issues that would have arose if we would have turned in this addendum to the underwriter. So let's start at the top. The first thing that was said was, based on the results of the inspection performed, the below are safety concerns and significant findings that were identified and need to be addressed. By having this statement in there, what that means is that the underwriter will be as concerned as the agent is and as the buyers are to these safety concerns. So just by admission of that means that anything that's stated after is going to have to be repaired and is going to be questioned by an underwriter. So this is an addendum to the purchase agreement where the sellers are being asked not to fix the items but to give concessions of $5,000, in which the buyer prefers to perform these repairs after closing. And this is a conventional mortgage, by the way. So even in conventional, this addendum would have been struck down and have been required to have all of these changes fixed. So the next line says the exterior GFCI would not trip when tested and needs to be replaced. Totally a safety issue, and an underwriter that sees this would want this replaced beforehand. Number two, there's no pipe on the PT valve in the hot water tank. That's another requirement that needs to be done. Mold in the attic where the primary bath vents into the attic and not to the exterior. Both upstairs bathrooms need to be vented to the exterior, and the mold needs to be remediated. Definitely, if you have that in your addendum, then you're going to have a professional mold test, the mold remediated, and then retested to verify the mold has been taken care of. So there's not going to be any $5,000 in concessions because the sellers are going to have to do all this work, and the sellers may not want to do all this work. The exterior, and then she says the exterior mold needs to be remediated. Then there's other things, the bathroom vents, broken thermal seals, loose siding, areas of exterior wood, etc., etc. So we asked this agent to nix that addendum. So what do you do when you are an agent and you want to explain all this to the listing agent and to the seller, and you feel that the only place to do it is on an addendum? Well, the best thing is to have verbal communication about this. Maybe an email communication is another option, but not to put it in an addendum. The best way to do this is, and this is how it was changed, seller to provide the buyers with a $5,000 credit at close to be applied towards buyers' prepaids, closing costs, taxes, and insurance. All other terms and conditions remain the same. That's it. No matter what is going on in the underground or behind the scenes and to the reasons for it, you don't want to have a lot of details in your addendums, because once you unleash that to an underwriter, they have no choice but to, they've seen it, they might even ask for the copy of the inspection because this had said due to the results of the inspection. So you're kind of opening up a can of worms. And a lot of lenders don't pre-look at these addendums. They just flip them, processors just flip them right to an underwriter. Thank God that our processor is really, really good, and we're really careful, and we take the time to read these addendums and to come back to you and say, is this really what you want to turn in? Do you want this addendum to be shown to an underwriter? Because if you do, these are the concerns that's going to come up. So, so just a little bit of tips for today and helping you get your deals closed faster and get to the closing table. They say that 35% of deals go belly up, so whatever I can do as a lender to help you get to the closing table, not have any deals go south, and to have your commissions and the happy buyers and happy sellers. Thank you for watching. This is Dawn Connors at Mortgage One, providing you fantastic mortgage solutions.